Greetings and welcome back to Hexed Encountered. I'm Joe. We are doing campaign gameplay in the game Combat Eastern Front. This is part 3. In general, aside from the many mistakes I made in part 2, I don't think any of them were game-breaking, but yeah, aside from that, things have been going fairly well, I would say. We are ready to start a new turn, so that means we have extra stuff to do in terms of drawing cards and giving orders and all that stuff. Now, we don't need to draw a card because we still have 4 cards. So again, we're going to go through the initiative thing. So you've got this, and we have a discard on this one. So you need to kind of look, right? Because these two both have trip orders. So you have to give somebody a hide order if they have this. I mean, the initiative numbers on here aren't great, and they're not really great on this one either. In fact, we used the best one we had. So I'm inclined to use this one here. Now, this actually is a useful discard smart idea because it allows you to do, if you do a plan order, which I'm going to try to do this turn, you can use this to help, but I have 2 of them. So we're going to play this guy right here. So that gives our A team an 82, our B team a 26, and our C team a 16 as we get ready here. Now we have to do orders, and you can see my men are all right here. So that makes it a little bit easier in terms of, well, I laid it out this way so you could see both this, because we'll put our enemy cards out here. We'll also do initiative right here. And you can see this is the impulse track, and this is the turn track. That's the last turn. This is our current turn, which is 2. So order time. So we're going to start with the one I mentioned already, which is a plan order. And you can see there's a bunch of zeros on there. So they don't really do anything until the very end of the turn when they implement the plan. They have to have line of sight to an enemy unit, and that could be a complication for me unless I change it up and use someone different than Allah, because we do have a couple other guys who have leadership ratings, but their leadership ratings aren't great. He's a 4, and both Clump and Shada are 1s. So I want to give it to him, but to do that, we would have to determine if they have line of sight to an enemy unit, and I don't think he does, actually. So I think I screwed this up by moving him into that gully. He would be able to see these guys. Oh, you can't see that, of course. I don't think he has line of sight to anybody. So I'm going to actually run a risk here, and I'm going to put this on Clump. And this is risky. We're going to give him a plan order. It's risky mostly because he's only got a leadership of 1. But as I showed, I do have this smart idea, which will add 2 to a single friendly leader's TQ for a plan order. And we play before resolving the plan order. So when we get to the 4th impulse, I will play that card to resolve his planning order, which means now Allah will get to do something different. So I'm going to give Grossa here a grenade order. Okay, so for now, I'm just going to put this marker out for him, and then we'll talk about what that actually means once we get into resolving the actions. I'm going to use run and gun for Vector. Our machine gun crew will get rapid fire. They will take a -2, but I feel it's worth it to put a heavy volume of rounds downstream here, downrange, to try and maybe take care of some of these guys up here that they can actually get to. Okay, I finished giving orders to kind of speed things along here. So Quast gets a run and gun. Gentner and Lieutenant Allah get evade orders. Sneak for Shada. Run and gun for Vaults. Grenade, as we saw before, for Grossa. Plan for Clump. Run and gun for Vector, and our machine gun team gets the rapid fire. And Arts also gets run and gun. I think that covers everybody. Now the grenade, if you're within 4 hexes, that's the German grenade range, you can give them a grenade order. That machine gunner is he's exactly 4 hexes away. The machine gun assistant, because we killed the gunner last turn. Now we draw cards for the enemy forces now that we've made our plans. So I'm going to draw 1. This is red team. Their number is 89. Second one gets a 25, white team. Blue team gets a 47. And yellow team gets a 3. So they're going to end up going first, at least temporarily. So here I'm going to take my yellow chit, right? They're first. Then we have 16, 26, and 82. So 16 would be second. That is our C team. Okay, then we have our next is 26. Their next is 25. So they beat us on that one. There's white. Then there is our white, or B. Then we have an 82 for the A team, which is not highest, but next to highest. So enemy blue. Then our red. And then enemy red. That is our order. Now we can use our special ability to swap 2 positions. And I think I'm actually going to let them go first. And I'm going to swap B with, or do I want to swap A? Tough decision here. I'm going to swap B. So B will go here. So we'll get C and B back to back because A is mostly, well, half of it's on an evade order and the other half's on run and gun. So that's fine. So we're going to do yellow, enemy yellow, then our C, our B, enemy white, enemy blue, our A, enemy red. All right, reset the shot, and we're going to get to the action phase. I'll zoom in a little bit because here are our 2 yellow characters. For the enemy, each gets their own card. He's a little bit further to the north, so I'm going to draw an order card for him. Now, he is not in cover, and he has bold morale, so he's going to get a run and gun 5-4 order. Now we'll draw a card for our assistantless machine gun crew. Now they are also in the open. His morale is still bold, so he's got a run and gun 1 and a C, which is charge. Now, because of the weapon, I don't know that we can. We'll just do the run and gun, I think, because 1, 2, 3, 4. He could charge, I think, which would be 1, 1, then 2, and then M. So I think that would work, but he'd have to leave the machine gun behind. If I remember correctly, and I could be wrong, but I believe you need to make a morale check. Troop quality check C, I think, is what it is. Here. It's actually K, and it's under wound check. Will an enemy character be given a charge or grenade order? Okay, so if he passes, we'll use it, and if he doesn't, we use the order. All right, so his morale is a 4. His troop quality, rather, is a 4. Doesn't have any wounds. So we will roll 1 die, and he got a 3. So he's going to charge, which means he's going to be leaving his leaving his machine gun behind. Now, he would take a negative modifier on firing the machine gun anyway because he is without an assistant, having been the assistant prior to this. Okay, so he gets a charge order, which also boosts his morale by 1. So it actually becomes, well, his troop quality basically becomes a 5. It's actually troop quality, not morale. Okay, so let's move here. So he's got a run and gun. Direction is 5, which is this way. He's going to move here. Okay, now this guy has the charge order. He's going to move in the direction of the enemy, which is Grossa. Ironically, Grossa's grenade order was also going to target him. So we've got a little bit of an interesting situation now. So he's going to move here. And that ends yellow. So now we go to our blue team. Here's Vector. We'll do him first. He's got a run and gun, which the first impulse is a move order. So he's going to move here. And that's he's done. Okay, he's still low ammo. Now there is a reload order. I won't do that till he goes out of ammo. Okay, and yet that only gets triggered by rolling a 9. So you roll 9 the first time on a fire action, you get a low ammo. If you get another 9 on a subsequent fire action, you go out of ammo. Here's our machine gunner. So this is Schlag and Zubruk. So Bruk, I guess. Schlag is the gunner. His quality is a 5. You use the TQ and not the weapon skill. His weapon skills are for pistol and he has his grenade skill. So he's got rapid fire. He's firing. We're going right up the lane here, and we're going to target Shishkin. And our distance is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Look at our weapon. We've got the, there it is. No, here it is. 10. No modifier. All right, our rate of fire is 4. He is in the open and has a run and gun order. So that's going to have an impact, perhaps. So run and gun is over here. Open is down here. And it actually has no impact. That is a 0 for fire. So we have no modifiers. We get to roll 4. His chance to hit is a 6 because he has bold morale and a 5 TQ. So we got 2 hits there. And he gets to roll 2 more because the rate of fire for that MG34 is 4. And he gets 2 more hits, actually. 5 and 6 are both good enough for 2 more hits. So that's 4 hits that we have to resolve. We draw a friendly card. He's got light wound, make weapons check. He does not have tough. That is what Lieutenant Klimov has, where you can draw 2 cards and pick which one you want to use. So he's drawing a light wound. Slap a light wound on him. And we also now have to make a morale check. So the light wound will cancel out his bold morale. So his troop quality is a 4. And so we will roll our die here. And he got a 4, so he passes. Now what that means is he loses. Actually, I think, yeah, he just ducks back in this situation. So that run and gun order goes away. And he gets a duck back instead. So he's basically out of action in terms of doing anything for the rest of the turn. We resolve the next one. This is another light wound. So he's going to take a second light wound. I need to find my light wound counter. Give me a second. These do stack. So he's got 2 light wounds now. He again has to make a check. Now he's got a -2 with the plus +1 because he did not lose morale since he passed his WMC check. So he needs a what does he need? He needs a 3. He got a 3. So again, he gets a duck back, which in this case means nothing. Draw the next card. This one is bad wound. Okay, now things are piling up. And with his troop quality at 4, actually it was his morale is keeping him afloat because this will now knock him down to a 1 as we put a, actually no it won't. This is going to push him into incapacitated because that's a -3. So he's now incapacitated, much like Klimov here, but he still has to make a weapon, a wound and morale check, and I think his only pass would be a 0 here because he has a -5. Yeah, that's a 0. So he needs a 0. He hasn't gone negative, but he rolled a 9. So 9 is always bad, really bad in this case, because as you can see here, natural roll of 9, -3 morale levels, and must duck back. So he's already basically now, because he's going to lose 3 morale levels, now he is incapacitated because he's under a 1. And I think that means he's eliminated, but I will confirm that here in a moment. Actually, I messed that up. I just realized because I was looking at the wound and morale check. For some reason, I was thinking you don't lose morale, but that's close call. So in this case, he would have lost the morale level here and there. That's 5, which would put him in rout. But the rules do state if they are brought to 0 by wounds, they are eliminated. So he is eliminated, and he's going to get another. We're going to get another enemy KIA there. So, as you might expect, the power of the machine gun is very much an issue in this game, as it is in most tactical games. Goes there. And that completes the C team. We go to the B team. This is the B team. Okay, we'll start with Grosso. He does nothing. I mean, I'm just starting there because I know he does nothing. He's got a 0 here. Now, Shada also does nothing. He's got a sneak order. We've got Waltz with a run and gun, so he needs to move. He will move here. He moves closer to the enemy. and plan for Clump, so he's not doing anything. And that's it for the B team. We go to enemy white. They are over here, so we have to draw orders for them. So we'll do the lieutenant first. They are not in. He is in scrub, which let me check. Yes, it's cover. Discard this. It's cover because it does not on our terrain chart here. The only thing that is not cover is open. So everything else counts as cover. So he is in cover because he's in scrub. So since he's in cover and has bold, he gets aimed fire or a G for grenade. He's not in range for grenade. He gets aimed fire, but he has a pistol. And a pistol does not have the range to reach any of the German characters. So one thing I was kind of neglecting is if you have an enemy in range and line of sight, you automatically do a morale check to see if they get an aimed fire. If they don't, they get an order the normal way. Now, in this case, he's got an aimed fire order, but he can't fire because he's got no targets in range. So I guess that's what we're supposed to do. I might be wrong about that, but he's got an aimed fire order. Then our Zakharov here, he is not in cover. He's bold. He's got a run and gun 4-5 or a charge. He is out of charge distance, so he can't charge. So he will get the run and gun 4-5. Put that on him right here. Okay, and now we go to resolving them. We know he can't do anything, so we're just going to move him 1, and that's the end of their activation. Because 4, as you can see right here, is down, or south, I guess. Next one, he'll move here, then he's going to move there, he's going to move there. So he's kind of coming around the side, which will be interesting because our machine gun will then get a line on him. This tree right here currently will block him. But once he comes around that tree, I think he's going to be in sight. Now we go to blue, and we'll draw a card for Naumov. And he is in cover. He's in rocks, and he is bold. He gets aimed fire, which is good. Actually, I should have checked because we wouldn't have had to draw this card for him because he qualifies for that anyway. He is equipped with the PPSH. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, he's not in range. Well, actually, he is in range. I think the range for that particular weapon goes out to 16. So he is definitely in range. So he gets an aimed fire order, which for this turn, for this impulse means nothing. And now we've got Klimov here, who's wounded, and he is in the open, and he has shaken. So he gets a rally order to try and recover some of that. Rally order means he basically doesn't. That's a white one. Oops. Sorry about that. Yeah. Okay. Now it's right. All right. So that's the blue team done. They can't do anything. This impulse, we go to our A team. He's got in. We'll do Allah first. He's got an evade. Since he's kind of in the way, he's going to move here. We're going to stay in the gully. Same for him. He's got run and gun, which first thing is move, so he's going to go here. This will allow him to maintain his line of sight. Although the tree blocks it, he might have line of sight over here. So we might have a little bit of a shootout between Naumov and Kvast here. Although Kvast has only has a Kar 98, so he is not going to be able to put as much lead downrange as our PPSH will. Now, Arzt also has a run and gun. We'll move him here. That completes red for us. Now we do their red, and I just realized you saw none of that because I did not move the camera. I apologize. Here are the characters in question. Both of these guys moved one this way. He moved that way, and he moved that way. So that is that. Now let me reshift back so we can look at the Soviet red team. Okay, draw orders. Let's start with Makarov since he's an officer. He is not in cover and bold, so he gets evade 5. Next, we'll do our machine gunners here. They are also not in cover and bold. They get run and gun 6-5. And lastly, we've got Nikolaev, who, let's see what he gets here. He is not in cover. Bold gets a run and gun 5. Okay, let's resolve this. He moves here. They move 6, which is this way. And they move 5, which is this way. No, this way. Okay. That is the end of impulse 1. So now we go and start impulse 2. Okay. Things will now speed up since we're not pulling orders and so on and so forth. We start with Soviet yellow. That is our charging. Forgot to leave his thing there. So he's going to move one more. Maslov here is going after Grossa. Although he actually could go to Waltz as well. He moves 2 next time, and they're equidistant, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, or 1, 2. So that could be interesting. All right. Next is our C team. Zoomed out a little bit, and you can see our C team is right here. He's got run and gun. He's got rapid fire. They're both going to be shooting. Now, he can shoot, Veckler here can shoot at Maslov, so he will. Now, there is scrub here, but that is not blocking terrain. It is small terrain. Small terrain does not block unless the character has sneak, hide, reload, crawl, or rally, none of which is true. So there's no block there. So the range is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He is equipped with the Car 98K, which is right here on our small weapon characteristic. So he's going to be in the 4 to 12 range, which is no modifier. He's in open terrain and has a charge order. So if we go over here, charge and open is a -1 for hitting because he's moving fast, I guess. So that means that with his weapon skill of 4, it becomes a 3. So we need a 3 to hit. He only gets 1 because it's a rifle. So let's see. 3 or less will be successful. And it's a 2. So he does hit. Draw a card. KIA. So charge is now removed, as is Maslov. Now we're going to take our machine gun here, and we are going to fire at Klimov to see if we can kill him. He's got shaken morale. He's on a rally order, so he's not going to really be moving or anything. And he's a -2, so he's got 4 left in terms of his troop quality. If we can hit him enough to knock those 4 down to 0, he will be eliminated. Now, as I mentioned, these are small terrain. They will not affect line of sight, so he's driving straight up here. And they get 4. So again, we got to count our range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That is no problem for a MP34. Right here, 12 is in the 9 to 16 range, which is, of course, 0. He has no cover. He does have a rally order, which may help. So he is in open, and with a rally order, it's a -2. So that does help him. He's got a 6 for firing. So -2 makes it a 4. Let's see what we get. A 2 and a 6. So 1 hit, 1 miss. So we do have 1 hit so far. And whoa, we got a 7. That was a 7 and a 0. So 2 hits, 2 misses. So not too bad for Klimov. He's got a shot here. First card, KIA. However, he has tough. He gets to draw a second card. Bad wound. So obviously you take the bad wound, although this is not going to be good for him. And now we add a bad wound to his already kind of bad situation here. That's a -3. So he's left with 1. So his troop quality is actually with the shaken It's 4 minus 3, that's 7. He's been eliminated. So we don't even need to do the WMC because he can't recover anything, right? See, because here's a wound. Wound is received. Even if he rolls a 0, you would get ducked back, but no morale change. But that doesn't even matter because with -1, -1, -2, -3, that's -7, he's killed. Another body on the ground. That's 4 dead now for the enemy, for the Soviets here. That completes blue team. We move to the white team. So here we have Grossa, and he's got a blue 1, which means he may move. Now, because of the distance, I don't know that he can actually do anything with this grenade order now because he's too far away to reach the closest enemy, which is Naumov. So our grenade marker was actually here. So that's where he's throwing the grenade. Okay, now he may move here. So we will move into the gully. Okay, now he's got a sneak order. He's going to sneak into the tree area here. Waltz has a run and gun, so he gets to shoot. So he's going to shoot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's going to shoot at Naumov. He is equipped with an MP40, I believe. Yes. And the range, as we just saw, was 8. So MP40 is going to be in the -2. Here, his skill is a 5, so that becomes a 3. He's also in rocks. This is going to be a tough shot. So rocks, and his order is aimed fire, so that's just a fire order. And it's a -2. So -2 and -2 is -4. He needs a 1 to hit. The MP40 rate of fire is 3. So we'll roll these two. And we got a 2 and a 4. So that's 1 hit, right? Or did we need a 1? No, we needed a 1. So no hits, and now we roll last one, and it's a 5. That's also a miss. So no harm on that one. And so he's done. He moved. Now we got a clump is planning, so that ends B team. We go to Soviet white. They are over here. So Zaitsev has an aimed fire, but he does not have a legal target, so he cannot do that. And he has a run and gun, so he gets to fire. The rocks, I believe, do block. So rocks are half height, and they do block. So they do block, so he can't fire through the rocks. That is a bit of a problem, but he can probably... Well, let's check out LOS here. So middle of his to Shada, who's in a tree area, so that will affect it. But that's, I think, the only... Well, actually, he might be able to... Oops, that was bad. Might be able to shoot at him, who's in the open. So we'll check those. Okay, so I'll run in the calculations on this. At this range, it's going to be a -4. He can't get Waltz or Grossa. Well, I didn't check this, but I don't even think he can get them because it's going to nick the rocks, which are inherent terrain, fills the whole hex. So his only real target is Shada. Shada gets the tree, which is -2. The range, since it's at almost the extreme range of the PPS, actually it is within the range of the extreme range of his weapon. That's a -4. So he's got a -6, but he can still hit with a 0. And he does, because of the rate of fire, get 3 tries at this. So let's roll. And he did not get a 0, so no hit on that one. And let's try again. Third time is not the charm. He gets a 2. So no hits, but he did perform his order. That completes white team. We move to blue team for the Soviets. There's only one of them left. It is Naumov with his aimed fire. He is going to take a shot at He's got the whole menu here of who he can shoot at. He can't shoot at the guys in the gully because he can't see them. So he has to shoot at either vaults, Shada, Clump. I mean, it might be worth it for him to take a shot at the machine gun. So that's what he's going to do. I mean, that's the most dangerous German unit. Actually, there is an order of operations for this. They go by the easiest target to hit, which is going to be vaults here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is the distance. He has no cover. So, and he has a run and gun order. So that's not going to do him any favors. Well, it might. He's moving. Okay, so he's in open and has run and gun. So that is a 0. And the range is also, I think he has a PPSH. Range is it's a -2. So he gets a -2, gives him a chance of just 1. So let's see what we get here. Not they were both 6s. If one of those was a 9, that would have been a possible low ammo, or it would have been a low ammo. And the last one is also a 6. 6s were wild for him that time, but all of that adds up to nada in terms of results, and that ends blue. So we go to the A team again. I will avoid making a joke. Allah will move here and get there here. Kvast has a gun now. This is the second impulse, so he's got a gun order. He's going to fire. He's going to fire at Naumann, who's in the rocks, because he's got an aimed fire. I think that would make him easier to hit than Makarov with an evade order. Makarov is, well, he's also probably shielded by the rocks anyway. So we're shooting into the rocks. He has an aimed fire, which is just a fire. That is a -2. The distance is 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, wait, the tree. No, he's good with the tree, actually, because it's up 1 hex. So he's going to get past that. The tree is not inherent. It'd have to nick the tree, and it wouldn't. Rocks. So -2 for that and his order. And the range again, 1, 2, 3. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 with his Car 98. Car 98, 11 is a 0. So 0 -2. His weapon skill's a 5, so he needs a 3 to hit. He gets 1 shot because it's a slow. It's a rifle. And he got a 9. Take the good with the bad. I try and keep it even when it bounces out. So he gets a low ammo and a miss. Okay, low ammo for him. He also has run and gun. He is behind the tree, however. I don't know that he actually has a target. He'd have to shoot basically in this direction, and there's nobody. I mean, we got the rocks here. I'm going to say he does not have a target. And when they don't have a target, so when that happens, you get to move. He's going to move down 1 and over to now line up a potential shot, because now he's got a couple of options here. Okay, so that completes red, or A team. We go to the Soviet red team. So he's got an evade order with a direction of 5. So he is actually going to move here next to the dead body. Then he's got a run and gun, which means he's going to try to shoot. So he has to probably go for Shada because of his location. He's going to nick the rocks if he goes for anybody else, and he can't shoot at these guys. So, well, he could shoot at Kvast, but Shada, well, depends on the distance, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 with his Mosin Nagant would be a -2. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 would actually be Mosin Nagant would be a 0. But he'd take a -2 for the tree. So he's the closest character. I'm going to go with that. They're equally difficult to hit. He gets a -2 and a 0 for the distance. So the modifier is a -2. He has a weapon skill of 3, so he needs a 1. He's only got 1 shot. He got a he got a 9, so he also gets a low ammo. For him, he evades. We did that already. Did that. Now it's our boys here with the machine gun. They are going to shoot at the enemy machine gun. Range is 17 with the DP-28. That is in the -2 area. Their skill is a 6 because of the +1 bonus. Okay, so, and that is Alexiev on the trigger. So they need a 4, and they do get 3 shots. Got a 4 and a 5, so that's 1 hit. Now we'll do the third round, and it's a 3, so they get 2 hits. Okay, we're going to say they're targeting the gunner, of course, right? You always shoot at the gunner. So let's draw a card. We get a close call, make morale check. So that is lucky for us. So the close call is right here. It's M. And if we pass, we get a duck back. If we don't, we lose a morale level and get a duck back. So that also means they won't be firing anymore this turn, which is good for the Soviets. His morale is a 5. Actually, I just realized you can only see the corner of his counter. Do that. There. Now you can see him. All right. So here's our target. He's been hit twice. So the first one was a close call. We're going to do our morale check. And we will roll here. He needs a 6 or less. He got a 2, so he passes, which means the only effect is a duck back. We'll give him a duck back. And now we pull the second card and hope we get another close call. And we do. And we do. Lucky. Okay. We're halfway through the deck and we have not had an event yet, which I'm finding a little bit surprising, but that's okay. All right, so let's do this again. Same deal. Needs a 6. Oh, got a 7. That's a loss of morale, so it's a normal now for Schlag. So I'm actually just going to put it on top of him under the machine gun. The machine gun team's done for the turn now. So that was a good use of the fire here from the Soviet team, the red team. And that ends the second impulse. We'll go right into the third. And we start again with yellow team, which is now gone. So there is no yellow team. We go to C team for us, which is our blue team right here. And we do have a run and gun for Veckler. So we're going to move him here. And of course, duck back means they can't do anything. I could give another order to my assistant, I think, but I'm not going to. There's no need to do that. Actually, could I give? No, I probably couldn't. Okay, so after that, we go to B team, which is the white team. And we've got grenade here. This is a red 1. Now we can throw it up to its maximum range, right, which is 4. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to throw it. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but we're going to throw it out here. Okay, there is no target anymore. That's where the grenade goes. So this would also explode the grenade in this impulse, but I'm not going to bother with rolling it and all that stuff because it would only affect the target hex and maybe the hex is adjacent, and there's no characters in there. So I'm just going to remove this. He will be able to move again next turn if he wants to, which he probably will, so that he can get, or maybe he'll just move down this way. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, he's done. Waltz has run and gun, so he's going to move. And I think I'm going to just put him here. So he gets a little bit of benefit from terrain. And leave that. And then he's got a sneak order, which in the third impulse is nothing. So that is the end of white, or B. We go to the Soviet white. So run and gun, we're going to move again. The direction for him is 4, which is down. So he's going to move down 1. And Zaitsev still has an aimed fire, but can't do anything. So, and it's a 0 anyway. So he's stuck. Then we go to the blue team, which only has 1 member left. That is Naumov. He's aimed fire 0 in this impulse, so he's out. And now we go to red, our red or A team, and they're going to move again. We're going to send Arts this way, or Allah rather. Sorry, Arts is over here. He's going to move here. Arts has run and gun, so he's moving. He's going to move. He's going to move here. And Kvast also is a run and gun. He's going to move. We'll move here, although that means he won't be able to fire. We'll move him here. I don't know. He's not going to really have a target. But that means he'll be able to move. Yeah, so let's move him here. He won't be able to fire, but he will be able to move up there on his next, on impulse 4, which is kind of what I wanted anyway. Okay, that takes care of that. Their red gets theirs now. So run and gun, he's moving direction 5, which is this way. So he goes in the rocks. So if he had a sprint order and moved into the rocks, he would have to duck back. He's fine, although he does have low ammo. These guys have run and gun. The direction is 6, so they're going to move this way and stop there. And that ends the red, and that ends impulse 3. We go to impulse 4. Okay, impulse 4. So here in impulse 4, we're going to start with the blue, the C team for us, because the yellow is no longer part of the action here. So Vekler has a fire order for this phase, and we will take a shot. It's got a rifle. What's the range to this machine gun team? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 with his Car 98 would be a -2. His weapon skill is a 4. They won't get anything for their, what do they get for run and gun? Run and gun in the open would give them a -1. So we're talking about a 4 -3, and we would have to get a 1. I guess not. Let's shoot at Makarov here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is a 0, so that's good. He has an evade order. So evade and open is a -1. So this is a 3. So he needs a 3 to hit. Okay, so we'll do that. You gotta be kidding. Guess what? He's out of ammo. He rolled 2 9s, so now that goes to the out of ammo side, and that ends that. That's a bummer. His next turn will be a reload order. Oh boy, Vekler, come on, man. All right, on to B team. Okay, so grenade. His last thing is a possible move. So let's have him move. Well, he can either move here or here, realistically. He could also move there, but I would rather move him out of. I'm going to move him out of the gully here. And I guess I can remove that because he's basically done anyway. I could do that over here as well with the, actually no, with these guys. Just going to pull these off since they don't really have any. Oh, you know what? They will when they're targets. Okay, so he was run and gun, and he was grenade. So let's just undo that, and they're duck back. Ugh, come on. Duck back. All right. That's why you don't remove it, because it impacts the enemy's attacks, right? So he's done. He's got a sneak, which in the 4th one is a move. So he's going to go down into the gully here, the depression. Then vaults. He's on a run and gun. He gets to fire. So let's just shoot right down the line to Nikolaev here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He has a Car 98 at a range of 10. That is a 0. The rocks give a -2. Run and gun. Run and gun rocks is, yes, -2. Boy, I'm getting to where I remember this stuff. All right, here we go. 1 shot. It's a 0. That's a hit, baby. All right, we pull 1. My discard pile is larger than my draw pile now, so I'm like knocking them over when I draw a card. Look, we get an enemy event. Finish the current process, then resolve an enemy event. All right. So we're going to get to shuffle our deck here. So the next card is a Bad Wound. Bad Wound for Nikolaev. His morale has not dropped yet, so that becomes a 2. So he needs to roll a 2 or less. Rolled a 5. So he is going to lose that morale wound and morale check. He's going to drop 2 morale levels and duck back. So this goes away. So now we resolve our event. Okay, so we resolve this by rolling here. 65 will go white as the 10 digit. So here is the firefight, and 65 on the non-player side is a sniper. Okay, so we go to the back. Sniper, pick a wound card for a random opposing character who has an LDR value. Since it's the enemy, I have to roll dice to decide. Roll a die, rather. So we have 3 characters with leadership. We have Shada with a 1, Clump with a 1, and of course, Allah as well, who's a 4. So that would be probably the one they would want. So let's roll. Yeah, we're rolling. We're just rolling 1. A 5. So we'll say that's Allah, right? Let's go. We'd go like 1, since I listed them in this order: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's Allah. Allah is going to draw a wound card. Then we're going to shuffle the deck, and it's a bad wound, of course. So he gets a bad wound. That is bad. That's why they call it a bad wound. -3. He still has a +1 from bold, so that is 5. So we need to roll a 5 or less. We got a 3. 3 is good enough. That's a pass. We still get a wound is received. We lose a morale level and have to duck back. Now, in a way, it's not as bad as all that, because right next to him is a man with a medical ability. So we can patch him up, which will turn that -3 into a -1. So that's much better. Anyway, moving on, I have to shuffle, and then we'll resume here momentarily. Okay, that completes white team. Clump has the plan order, of course. So now would be the time, so we're not complete the white team yet, to play this smart idea card, which it was really tempting to hold on to this for initiative, but I'd like to try this now. So add +2 to a single friendly leader's TQ for a plan order. Play it before resolving the plan order. All right, so I did want to show this, how the plan order works. Now, basically the way this works is, with the plan order, you'd get the number of cards equal to the character's leadership rating. Now, in this case, that's just 1. So we're going to get 1 card. Like I said, I was mainly doing this just to kind of demonstrate how it works. You take a WMC, that's a wound morale check, or wound and morale check, and you can see it is right here: resolve a character's medical plan search order, or a machine gun reload order if there's no assistant, right? And then for minefields as well. So you either pass or fail, right? And you use the modified TQ by wounds and morale. So in this case, his TQ is a 6. The card gives us 2, so that means it's an 8, which gives us basically a 9 in 10 chance of actually passing this check. So that's pretty good. So we roll, and we got a 4. 4 is good enough. Now, what happens next is we actually draw a card, and we don't get it until the start of the next turn. So I'm going to put it out here, and we'll hold on to that for turn 3. Now the white team is done, and we move to the Soviet white team. So we have Zakharov here, who does have a fire order now, as well as Zaitsev, who will also have a fire order, but he doesn't have any targets. Zaitsev, however, does. So he's going to shoot at Vaults. Actually, no, he's probably going to shoot at Grossa because he's the closest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. He's 11 away. Vaults is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So yes, he's closer because he's 11 away. With his weapon, which is a PPSH. So the PPSH, either way, it would have been a -4. So it doesn't really matter, but the rules say closest. So he's going to shoot at Grossa. He gets 3 shots. Grossa is in open terrain with a grenade order. So here's a grenade order, open. He gets a +1. Okay, so +1 to that is gives him a 4. So he needs a 4. He gets 3 shots. We got a 6 and a 7, so those are both misses. And now his third shot is a 9. And we know what that means. So he goes low ammo, and that ends the Soviet white because he can't fire. So we go to Soviet blue. There's only one left. That is Naumov up there. He has Grossa is probably his preferred target as well. He's close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 away. He is also carrying a PPSH, which means he gets 3 shots. And the range of 6 is a 0. So no modifier for that. He, again, is grenade in open terrain. We know that's a +1. So we're going to roll. It's going to be the same, except, well, it is the same. He needs a 4. And he gets 2 hits. So this is going to be bad for Grossa, most likely. He gets 3 hits. Grossa is riddled. And let's see how bad this is going to be. Light wound. So we'll give him a light wound. And he will have to make the morale check. Now he's bold. Gives him a 7. So we'll take a shot here and hope that we get a less than a 7. We got a 7, so that works. So that means that he gets a wound check. Wound is received. Pass is a -1 morale and a duck back. So he's getting a duck back. Not that it matters. He's already been completed for this turn. I'm not going to grab a duck back right now. We'll just leave it be. Okay. He also loses a morale level. So he's at normal. I'm going to just keep going here. Bad wound. Not what I was hoping to see. Okay, now it's bad wound. So that's a -4. And so with the normal, he gets 6 minus 4 is 2. Needs a 2 to pass it. Gets a 7. That's a fail. So on that one, a fail is -2 morale levels. He still has to duck back, which we already knew. So that goes down from normal to cautious to shaken. Oof. Here is shaken. So let's just drop that in there. So now he's a -2. 2, 5, 6. He's at 0. That means he's incapacitated, but I think we still have to resolve the third hit, which is another bad wound. And so that's not, that's going to be bad as well. I don't think, well, we can try this. We'll roll to see if he passes the check. He does not. So, but he's unconscious now as well. So I think, I guess I'll put another bad wound on him. Okay. So he's got 2 bad wounds. He's out of action. No orders. He goes orderless. So I didn't need to grab the duck back after all. Okay. So good shooting there. And we go now, because he's done. So we go to the next team, which is the red team. So he's got a duck back. He can't do anything. He's got an evade order. So what I'm going to do with him is I'm going to move him. Here. Right? No, we'll go here. Right? He's got run and gun. He's going to shoot. We'll shoot at Naumov. Okay, so range is 9. He's got a Kar 98, and he's in rock, so it's a -2. We roll 1 die. We got a 6, and that is not going to be a hit. Okay, Now, he's also got run and gun, but because he's in the gully, he doesn't have a target. So he's going to move, and we're going to move him up here. And that is the end of the red team. So, or A team. Now we go to Soviet red. Okay, so we've got Naumov here who has an evade order. He's going to move here, and he'll be there. Now, he has a duck back, so he can't do anything. They have the run and gun. They can fire. They're going to have to fire down here because the rocks will block anything going that way. So he has to come down here. And the closest target he can actually get to is probably Vector. Might not make Vector, actually. Let me confirm that. Yep, it nicks the rock in this hex right here. So he cannot shoot at Vector, but he can shoot again at our machine gun crew. So that's what he's going to do. All right, so we know from prior, actually, he can't shoot at them either. So his line of sight, because of the nearness of the rocks, basically means he can't shoot at anybody. No. So he's basically blocked. He's going to have to move. So his move direction is 5, which is this way. So he's just going to continue down here. And that ends the turn. All right, so we had some dramatic action that turn. I'm going to wrap it up here. And I will do one more part and really try to move a little faster. We've had a lot of KIAs, all on the enemy side so far. We do have Grossa in pretty bad shape. We do have some medics. If I can get Vector up there, I don't think he's in range. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's 4 away. So I don't know if he'll be able to get there or not. We can also have Gentner here, patch up Lieutenant Ala. But yeah, it's a little it's interesting. I mean, I feel like the Germans are on track to victory, but they took a little bit of a hit that turn, although the Soviets took worse damage. So, thank you for watching. Quick shout out, as always, to my channel members. Appreciate the support from everybody. And for everyone else, as I said, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you would consider liking, sharing, hyping, or possibly even becoming a subscriber, that would be great. Big shout out and thanks to my subscribers as well. But that's it for this one. I'll be back with part 4, I think. Or yeah, part 4 in the near future. But until then, I'm Joe. This is Hexed Encountered. And as always, happy gaming.